Toyota Prado 2027 is not just an SUV, it is a silent warning to every luxury off-roader on the planet. In fact, what Toyota has done with the next-generation Prado will completely change how you look at reliability, power, and off-road dominance. But here is the twist. There is one hidden engineering upgrade in this model that Toyota does not advertise anywhere. And it might be the reason this SUV could outlast everything in its class. And I will reveal it only at the end of this video. Because the Prado has always been known as the perfect balance between rugged durability and everyday comfort. But 2027 pushes that identity into a completely new direction. From the outside, the design looks sharper, more aggressive, and more aerodynamic. But every single line has a purpose that connects directly to performance and fuel efficiency. Step inside and you immediately notice a shift toward a more futuristic cabin, digital screens, smarter controls, and materials that feel closer to premium European SUVs than ever before. But what most people do not realize is that Toyota is secretly testing a new hybrid power system inside the Prado 2027 that could redefine long-distance off-road travel. And before we go deeper into that, if you are enjoying this breakdown, make sure you hit like and subscribe because we are bringing you the real stories behind the machines every week. Now back to the Prado, because this is where things get seriously interesting, especially when you look at the rumored chassis upgrades and suspension tuning. Sources suggest that Toyota has reinforced the frame to handle extreme terrain conditions that would normally damage even heavy-duty competitors like the Land Rover Defender. And that brings us to performance, where the Prado is expected to deliver smoother acceleration, better torque distribution, and improved efficiency thanks to its advanced hybrid assistance. But the real debate is whether this SUV can still maintain its legendary off-road toughness while becoming more modern and technology-focused. Because history shows that whenever SUVs become too tech-heavy, they often lose some of the raw mechanical character that made them iconic in the first place. And this is exactly the risk Toyota is trying to avoid with the Prado 2027 while still pushing innovation forward. Which leads us to the biggest question everyone is asking. How much will the Prado 2027 actually cost when it launches globally? Some insiders believe it will enter a higher price bracket due to its upgraded platform and hybrid technology, putting it closer to premium competitors than ever before. But Toyota's strategy has always been about long-term value, not just initial price tags, which is why the Prado has such a loyal global following. And now we are getting closer to the final reveal, the one detail about the Prado 2027 that most people are completely overlooking. This hidden detail is not about horsepower, not about design, but about how Toyota has re-engineered the thermal efficiency of the entire drivetrain system. And according to early testing reports, this change could significantly reduce overheating during extreme off-road climbs, giving it a major advantage in endurance situations. Now imagine combining that with Toyota's proven reliability record, and you start to understand why this SUV is already generating massive hype before release. But the real question is, will all these upgrades be enough to keep the Prado ahead of rising competition from China and Europe? Brands are moving faster than ever, and the SUV market is becoming one of the most competitive battlegrounds in the entire automotive industry. And that is exactly why the Prado 2027 might be Toyota's most important launch in years. But before we conclude, there is still one final element that sets this SUV apart from everything else in its class. Toyota engineers have reportedly focused heavily on real-world off-road testing in deserts, mountains, and extreme cold regions to fine-tune every system. And this level of testing is what makes the Prado not just another SUV, but a machine built for conditions most vehicles will never survive. And now, about that hidden upgrade we teased at the beginning, the one that Toyota has kept completely under wraps. It is a next-generation adaptive cooling and power distribution algorithm that automatically balances engine load in real time. And that single system might be the real reason the Prado 2027 could dominate the future of off-road SUVs.